Hello for part 3 of lesson 1 of Deep Christian Meditation. Let's get right into it. We're doing the Ancient Sound Meditation, and we're going to be using a very simple sound for week 1 of this course, for lesson 1. And here is the sound: Jesus. Now, if you break that down and you leave out the letter J, you're going to have a sound like this: E, ah. And we're going to add G, sus, but it actually doesn't sound like sus, does it? Or sus. It sounds a lot more like this: sus. And so there's the word like that: ah. And I think you get the idea here. So what we're looking to do is experience the sound, okay? And let's get started. Now we're going to go through this together. Sit comfortably, eyes closed, feet flat on the floor, head and neck not supported. And you breathe in, and you then start with me now. Jesus. 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 At about normal conversational level of your voice, say this sound out loud: Jesus. Again: Jesus. Jesus. More quietly: Jesus. 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 More quietly: Jesus. Jesus. More quietly: Jesus. Now, inside, mentally, with your awareness, not moving mouth, tongue, throat, lips, not using mouth, tongue, throat, or lips, experience the sound with your awareness. experiencing the sound with your awareness is not a form of concentration or forcing. It's the experience of mental repeating of the ancient sacred sound in your awareness. And sometimes when you do this form of deep Christian meditation, you're going to notice that the sound, ancient and sacred, will change. It sometimes might start becoming at a faster tempo, or it might be very slow, or it might be somewhere in between. Sometimes it can seem to shorten in pronunciation or lengthen. So sometimes it might be Jesus, 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 or it might be Jesus. It might be any combination that you can think of. It might be loud, soft, clearer, fainter, louder, softer, longer, shorter. It could seem to become very faint, like a pulse beat, transparent, hardly noticeable, but it's still slightly there in your awareness. Very charming, beautiful, and quite almost like it's transparent, even that it is transparent somehow. It can be a bit of a stumper to even describe how subtle the experience can become. And that's fine. That's normal. However it comes, whether it changes or it doesn't change, we just let it do its thing on its own. All you have to do, your only chore in all of this, is when you become aware that you're no longer with the ancient sacred sound, you gently bring your awareness back to it and let it come in. And if you have to give it a little nudge to start it, that's fine. So that might go something like this. You're sitting, you're meditating, you're deep, you're experiencing it, it's beautiful, and then you're off in some thought. You're absorbed by thought, or you're listening to a noise, and you become aware of the fact that you are absorbed in some thought or hearing some noise, and you, right, I'm thinking about my new Pontiac car and pumpkins. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm doing this deep Christian meditation thing. Oh yeah, right. Okay, so, back to the ancient sacred sound, which is Jesus. And you just quietly go back into it. And whenever you become aware that you are no longer with the ancient sacred sound, you quietly come back to it. And in this way, you're guaranteed to get a positive result over time. Not straining or struggling or fighting or trying to control your mind. Very easily, just letting it flow on its own. And if you have to nudge the ancient sacred sound a little bit to get it to come into your awareness, you just go, oh yeah, what's my ancient sacred sound? And the process of memory pops it back into your awareness, and you're good to go. And you just keep going. Now, let's take a look at what that would mean. Here's your best practice. 20 to 30 minutes twice each day, and immediately following that 5 to 10 minutes of breathing practice. Once in the morning after waking and dealing with your bathroom issues, and once in the early evening before eating supper, dinner, or whatever it is that you call your evening meal. And now you can do this anytime you want during the day or the evening, the nighttime. You can do this lying down. If you fall asleep at night and you want to get, a little gentle push into deep sleep, just initiate the experience of being aware of your ancient sacred sound, Jesus, and let it be with you. And if you wake up in the middle of the night and you're having trouble falling back to sleep, just do it. Just lie there and do the meditation. You don't have to sit up. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. You're doing it lying down. That's fine. Remember, when you're finished meditating, your normal daily meditation, always end with time sitting there with your eyes closed. You're not meditating. You've stopped the ancient sacred sound awareness. You're just sitting there. It's a transition period. It's important. You want to take lots of time to come out slowly, opening the eyes a little bit at a time, and stretch, rub your face. You want to make a nice, gentle transition back into waking state, back into dynamic activity. Take lots of time. If it feels too soon, take a little longer. And here's the other part, the little bit that I told you about earlier. And here's a little bit more about how that ancient sound can change in many different ways, and more information about the way you want to sit. And again, if you want to sit with your legs crossed, tailor fashion, on a couch or a chair or a bed or whatever, the floor, just make sure your back is properly supported. And if you want to, you can sit completely free of any support, for your back. But again, you want to make sure you have the option to be very comfortable, sitting upright comfortably. Your head and neck are free of all support. If you have any questions, you want more information, you can contact the Orleans United Church. Here's the phone number. That's in Ottawa, Canada. And we're happy to give you any kind of, answers or input about the deep Christian meditation. We're really pleased that you're joining us for lesson 1. And that's it for now. Thanks for coming by. See you next time for lesson 2.